Oh, the railroad. It's the arteries of industry, the triumph of transportation, and sometimes, for some reason, a lot more expensive than planes. But if Robert Stephenson could foresee the hellish video game journeys his invention would eventually allow, he'd have ridden his prototype train straight into the sea for the good of humanity. All aboard for a whistle-stop tour of train journeys so dangerous we'd rather walk it, thanks. Along the way, beware spoilers for the following games.
What's going on?
Professional scarf wearer and Lara Croft wannabe, yes I said it, Nathan Drake isn't very lucky when it comes to public transport. As Uncharted 2 begins, Nate wakes up on a train in the Himalayas with a gaping stomach wound and discovers the reason the world feels a bit weird is that the carriage is hanging off the side of a cliff. We've all been there. Someone's taken your reserved seat, the buffet cars run out of sandwiches, and you're off a cliff bleeding to death. Not ideal. Nathan's next job is to clamber his way to safety along the rapidly disintegrating locomotive. Disintegrating very rapidly, it must be said. I mean, I know it's been off a cliff and all, but should that pipe really just come away like that when his weight's not even on it anymore? I, for one, won't be riding any trains made in Himalaya.
Himalaya isn't a country.
Yes, it is. Fine. So yeah, sorry if you were taking a scenic Tibetan rail holiday, but your transport will be indefinitely delayed at the bottom of this chasm. In defence of the train, you later find out that it's taken quite a beating from Lazarevic's goons, as Nathan fought his way to the front to find fellow treasure hunter and love interest Chloe Fraser.
Saved my ass again. You alright?
Get off the train, Nate.
Indeed, it's only after Nate blows up the train in a Hail Mary escape effort that it all goes cliff crazy. So actually, the train saves him. So really, the train is the hero.
Fine, not every train has to have a friendly face like Thomas the Tank Engine, but surely Alec Trevelyan's train from GoldenEye on the N64 is just a little too evil? Looks like Sam Eagle from the Muppets fell into an ironworks. Events on this armour-protected Soviet train start bad for Bond and get 00 worse. Not only is Bond in danger from Trevelyan's goons, who'd happily shoot him to pieces, the baggage car in this treacherous train is filled with dangerously unsecured crates. Talk about precarious. The fancier carriages might be less of a health and safety nightmare, but Bond's health and safety are still at risk because of all the people shooting at him as he blasts his way through to Alec's carriage, which turns out to be a trap, naturally. And nobody wants to be trapped in a confined space on a train. It just makes us think of the toilets. Ugh. Never fear Bond, low-poly Sean Bean may have sprung his trap, but immediately gives the game away by telling James good luck with the floor, which, seeing as Bond isn't an Olympic gymnast, can only be a hint to use his watch laser to spring the hatch at his feet and escape onto the rails. At this point, I guess Bond is more of a sleeper agent?
Red Dead Redemption is everyone's favourite gunslinging game, at least until Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. Seriously, Rockstar, you're killing me. And it features the brand spanking new Railway. These iron beasts were a real catalyst for change in the Wild West, with increased trade and travel opportunities pulling the American frontier into more modern times. In Red Dead, the train also symbolises and embodies change in John Marston's ambitions, from a life of crime to dreams of an honest living and running a ranch with his family. As a passenger on one of these magnificent vehicles, therefore, you wouldn't begrudge John Marston jumping on top of the train and dead-eye shooting every single bird in West Elizabeth? Yes, when you and fellow old-timey passengers ride the rails, there's always the chance some random ex-cowboy will be stood on top of you, desperately trying to do that one challenge where you have to shoot 5 birds in one go. 5 birds in one go ain't easy, or conducive to getting some work done in the quiet carriage. The sign is there for a reason, John. Even without the bird slaughter, a ride on the 310 to Blackwater could easily be ruined by a horse blundering onto the tracks, or from within the carriage by fellow passengers having a loud and inappropriate conversation.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war.
I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
I'm giving serious thought to my alternative travel options, which is walking across the frontier and getting eaten by bears. That was Red Dead Redemption's Frontier Railroad. Wow, we're really steaming through these.
There's no second camera, Luke.
Roger that.
As a Londoner, I can tell you that the best way to get around the city is on the Underground. Much like traffic lights and washing your hands before doing surgery, though, the Underground railways were a bit of a novelty in 1868, and the assassins weren't going to let the non-assassin riffraff on their swanky private train.
Expecting a fistfight, dear brother?
So if you were in a London gang, such as the Blighters, and you needed to move goods around, you'd be on an overground train with your soft, squishy body out in the open air, just dying to meet the end of an assassin's hidden blade. Get it? Dying? Because that's what will happen when you get stabbed with the assassin.
Boo.
As part of Jacob and Evie's adventures around the Big Smoke, which was extra smoky back then, they can clear trains completely of gang members before stealing or destroying all those lovely goods. Fun for them, but not for you, the London rail commuter. That's a disturbingly high mortality rate for passengers. The rail operators don't do themselves any favours with these conveniently assassin-sized boxes and crates for a stab-happy Fry twin to hide behind. What's more, all these gang members are totally oblivious. I mean, come on, if your peripheral vision is that bad, you're just asking to be silently murdered. Maybe it would have been safer for them to request to shift driving carriages instead. Or maybe not.
A train?
A ride aboard Resident Evil Zero's luxurious Ecliptic Express sounds tempting, sure. After all, it offers plush upholstery, romantic dining, table service, fancy banisters, zombie slugs eating the driver. Still, those banisters, right? Rookie cop Rebecca Chambers' day began like any other day.
It began as a simple investigation of some bizarre murders in the suburbs of Raccoon City.
Like any other day. But those bizarre murders would have to wait. Following a nasty helicopter crash, Chambers opts to search the Ecliptic Express for bad boy Billy Cohen because I guess escaped criminals love empty stationary trains. Or slugs, maybe. It soon becomes clear, though, that everyone on board has died in really bad, really goopy deaths. Chambers is forced to team up with Cohen, which is a shame because he's so rude.
Listen, little girl. No thanks, Dollface. Been fantasizing about me, have you? Why don't you go and try while I wait here?
On the plus side, he can bullet time a slug. Useful in the garden. If it were you taking the 414 from Raccoon City, not only would you have to fight a zombie for a seat on this probably overpriced luxury locomotive, you would also find it absurdly hard to navigate. You shouldn't need a keycard, ice picks, and a system of lifts just to get a sausage roll from the buffet car. Not to mention the giant scorpion. I don't know what else we expected from a train operated by Umbrella. Soon the Express is fully out of control and only Rebecca Chambers can stop it in a heart-pounding sequence that reaches its gripping climax when she must find the strength inside to read the brake manual. Your ride aboard this plague-infested rolling stock concludes with a sprint-to-the-end carriage, killing a former STARS colleague and surviving the inevitable crash that ends with zombies on fire. Still, it is better than having to sit on the fold-down seats by the toilets.
In Grim Fandango, the number 9 train is the creme de la creme mode of transport in the underworld. Sounds alright, right? Wrong. Every skeleton and his mum is trying to get on this swanky express. In fact, it's star of the game Manuel Manny Calavera's job to sell travel packages to the recently departed, helping them get to the 9th underworld, the land of eternal rest.
If you led a very good life, you may even be eligible for a ticket on the number 9 itself.
The number 9?
That's our top-of-the-line express train. It shoots straight to the 9th underworld, the land of eternal rest, in 4 minutes instead of 4 years.
4 minutes! That's quicker than getting from Piccadilly to Leicester Square on the Underground. Although real Londoners know it's quicker just to walk it, because by the time you've taken that train and the transfer, it's always a nightmare. Okay. You're probably thinking, this sounds great. Why wouldn't you want to take this upmarket transit system into the afterlife? Well, first off, you have to be dead, which is one barrier to entry I don't want to break down. But even worse, if you're someone who wasn't actually good enough to take the train, and you're riding with a fake or stolen ticket, the number 9 will magically turn into a giant demon dragon train thing and drag you into the fiery pits of hell. I get enough judgment from my colleagues, thanks. I don't need it from my train.
Nice hair, bro.
Yeah, and the face. Also, is bad.
Those are the train journeys we're very glad aren't part of our commute. What are yours? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Outside Extra. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out one of these videos here, or maybe not. I'm just trying some reverse psychology on you. Is it working? I don't know. Also, don't forget to check out our friends over at Outside Xbox. They're all right. Just say, also they're not going to say it, but they're desperately lonely, so go say hi to them.
Oi.